Hello, followers and my fans over out there. This is the video you have been waiting for. Yeah, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use your keyboard to drive ETS2. Um, Others are finding it difficult to use the keyboard. Not undermining the fact that using a steering wheel is the best option to drive in ETS. Yeah, but perhaps for me, when I started, I've been using the keyboard, so I tried making changes to the gameplay and then using mods to adjust the settings to my preference. Yeah, I think that's what this game is about. You've seen videos of people playing it differently. Yeah, so it's about the gameplay and then how you adjust the gameplay to what you prefer. So you better stay tuned so that I take you through what I do to play this game. Yeah, so on default, what we have seen is that um, the keyboard, the controls, the steering you see with the keyboard, yeah, it moves just left and right, and this is on rail. Yeah, this is not rail, and it's best when you use it outside. Yeah, when you're outside, you can easily control it. I think that's why they did it this way. You can compare it to um, driving in GTA. Yeah, it goes like that. Yeah, okay. When you are inside the car, okay, you press escape, you go to system and then the option, and then you also hit on controls. Looking at the lower bar, you see controls here. So you move directly to the controller section, and in the controller section you come to the sensitivity, this for the steering. So you move to your far left. Yeah, but the more you move it to the left, the more it becomes difficult. So you can start, let's say 20, 15. When you are becoming familiar with it, then you slide to the left again. You can even go down to 5. Yeah, but you wouldn't like the gameplay. But the gameplay will be the steering will be very smooth, but it will be very difficult to do difficult turns. So you'd start from maybe 15 or 20, and then the non-linearity to you place it half the number you place the sensitivity. So let's say if I move this bar to the sensitivity to 10, yeah, then here to I'll place it maybe 4 or 5. Yeah, 4 or 5, any number, that's fine. Okay, let me place it at 4. That's okay. Then we have to drive so that we see how these changes have impacted our gameplay. So you see how smooth the steering has become. So it's moving just like a normal truck, and that's how I've been playing the game. Although I have some few mods I add to also make to also get what I want. I think this is how the game should be, even when you're using the steering wheel. Yeah, this is how it should be. And again, let's leave it one option there. Let me back so that I don't have any place to back. Let me leave it here. Let's hit escape and go into the settings again. Okay, add system option and then controls. So we are going to the transmission. When you are driving with the keyboard, to make it more real, you have to get your track moving at a slower pace so that you can make your turns right. Yeah, other than that, you would find it difficult making some turns. So at the transmission, at this button, the adaptive automatic transmission, you move it to economy. Yeah, that will make the game more real. Yeah, for the transmission, it's you when you prefer the simple automatic, real automatic, and then the sequential. On the simple automatic, you don't use any shifter, but with the real automatic, you'll be using shifters and the sequential mode also. So let's continue with the simple automatic. But what I want you to know is that the adaptive transmission or the automatic transmission will determine how fast your vehicle moves. So while driving with the keyboard, it's best to set it to economy mode so that you would get a slower pace to make your turns. So let's also see how this also goes. So the track is moving slowly so that I can make my turns. See, I've been moving the steering, but the carbon is not all that shaky. Okay, so of course I set up